Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and stay tuned by clicking the bell icon. Must see 10 show CKing Coronation Street spoilers that will leave you speechless next week. Next week on Coronation Street, Lean's loyalties to the Institute could put her at odds with Amy and Tracy. Elsewhere, Joel continues to pose a menacing threat, and Beth finds herself being blackmailed by Kit. Here's our full guide to 10 big moments coming up. 1. Lean makes a concerning discovery. Rowan updates Lean on the latest Institute news, revealing that Amy is reconsidering her decision not to invest in the resource center. He urges her to put pressure on Nick to change his mind too. Later, Amy confides in Rowan during her upload session, but Lean is concerned to notice that he is recording her. 2. Amy sees another side to the Institute. Amy speaks to Ken about releasing her inheritance money so she can invest in the Institute. She then attends her malware session, where other members of the group bombard her with cruel insults while she's blindfolded. Amy gets upset over the barrage of abuse and pulls off her blindfold. Having been through this experience herself, Leonie urges Amy not to pull out now as it'll all be worth it. Sticking to her guns, Amy rushes out and confides in Tracy about her ordeal. Tracy then teams up with Nick, and they storm down to the Chariot Square Hotel, determined to bring Rowan down once and for all. 3. Lean struggles with her loyalties. Tracy warns that she's approaching the Weatherfield Gazette with the damning story of how the Institute treated Amy. Rowan urges Lean to talk Amy round. He reminds Lean that she's now part of the group's senior management, so her loyalties need to be with the Institute rather than Amy. 4. Beth discovers Kit's secret. Beth spots Sid continuing to sell their knockoff t-shirts at the Weatherfield precinct. She's furious that he's ploughing ahead with the illegal side hustle while cutting her out of the profits. When Kit arrives on the scene and is clearly involved in the scam, Beth is shocked to realize that he's a corrupt copper. 5. Kit tries to bully Beth out of town. Kit finds out that Beth knows his secret, so he hands her some hush money. He then turns nastier, threatening to end Craig's career unless Beth leaves Weatherfield by the end of the week. Kit's ultimatum comes just as Kirk declares his love for Beth. Kirk presents Beth with Peanut the dog, who's wearing a neckerchief which reads, "Marry me." Concerned by Kit's blackmail, will Beth have to turn Kirk down? 6. Joel and Lauren come face to face again. D.S. Swain continues to hold out hope of pinning down Joel for his crimes, but her more senior colleague D.I. Costello warns her that she doesn't have enough evidence. Swain is forced to tell Joel that he's free to go. Later, Lauren goes to visit Frankie in hospital but is alarmed when Joel corners her. 7. Dylan overhears more bad news. Dylan spends time at the cafe when Mason arrives with Betsy. Mason mentions that he's saving up to rent a flat nearby, leaving Dylan worried that he'll never be rid of his nemesis. Later, Betsy encourages Mason to skip his shift at Speeddale so he can come back to replace while her mum is out. 8. Betsy reacts badly to rejection. Betsy ends her fling with Mason when he's unenthusiastic over hanging out together again. She turns her attentions to Dylan, who fears further violent repercussions when Mason assumes they're now an item. Later, Betsy kisses Dylan in front of Mason, but soon comes clean to Mason about how she was merely trying to make him jealous. Mason insists that he's still not interested in Betsy. Betsy exacts revenge at Speeddale by stealing a customer's purse and planting it in Mason's jacket. As the customer kicks off over the theft, Mason finds the purse and realizes he has been set up. Will Betsy's plan have the desired effect? 9. Ryan spots something suspicious. Kit is moving out of the Rovers and into the Red Bank development. Jenny figures out that it must be the same flat that Daisy and Daniel were planning to buy before they split up. Daisy seems uncomfortable over the mention of Daniel, which doesn't go unnoticed by Ryan. 10. Jack's day in court gets closer. Jack worries as the day of his plea hearing gets ever closer. The terrified teen is due to face the music over the fire at Stefan's office, and he braces himself for the possibility of a tough punishment. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share.